23. And we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first... Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the seventh-year man out of Cal, the top pick back in 2016, Jared Goff.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now Goff on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their own 43. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields on first down. And this one too low. The Bears at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. And when I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
But here we go on 4th down, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. On 1st and 10, Goff. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here at 2nd and 15. Steps away. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Play action. It's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On the move to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 catches, 119 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To throw is gone. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Touchdown, Bears! Daz Newsome, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Goff on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
It's now second and
10. Second and 10, Goff again. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The kick is good.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Lions, nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Goff.
At the 36-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21-0 our score after 1.
Lions, nothing.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here's Fields. Throw right side of the tight end of Shaughnessy. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They need to get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down.
Touchdown!
Daz Newsome
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
and the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend with the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now in the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Gone. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Herbert. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Herbert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Herbert. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Complete to Newsome. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They snap it to Fields.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. Their own 12-yard line.
After the interception, here's Gall. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Up the middle they go. Herbert. They find some open field here.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And I think the ball's out, and the Lions have recovered. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Herbert, and he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Herbert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Fields on third down.
He'll buy some time right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact.
They'll run on first down. Herbert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Up the middle they go. Herbert. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Touchdown, Bears! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ballgame, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now gone. And now here is another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Shifts past him at the 45. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, it's Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Fields.
Rolling to his right.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Lions have recovered. They run on first down with Jackson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Off play action. Here's Goff. incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The Bears on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Goff. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw, it's Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
There's Goff. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. On 1st down, Herbert. And some space here.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Lions 3. Cairo Santos kicking off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Santos with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here come the Lions now.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 34.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. To throw is Goff. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Goff on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
To the air again. Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
To throw again on second down. Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff throwing again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Goff now looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
For the Lions field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. City, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff going for it all. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Again, Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now Fields.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Fields.
Catch is made by Harry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense.